So this one, it's kind of up in those trees and then a little to the left. But placement is very important on this hole. You don't want to be behind this row of trees. So you throw sidearm.
I throw sidearm. I normally throw, I have a beat-in G-Star Destroyer, but
The lake claimed it.
it's been my go-to for about 2 years. Pretty sad about that.
It's in a better place.
The Nuke SS, kind of similar to how it flew. As long as I throw down a baby hyzer, they'll pop up, and I want to end up right of that middle tree.
That looks pretty good.
Brush.
We'll throw it low again.
It was the right angle too.
That was a great angle.
Yeah. What can you do? He's behind.
I'm losing.
Here's Alex's lie.
I'm getting par.
You really want to end up for him about over there. So the backhand through the gap is very risky. Try a big turn over here or a forehand, but Alex is pretty backhand dominant.
I think I'm going to throw a CD2 on a hyzer and try have it stand after that tree.
Yeah.
Or it's a big spike. Maybe I'll go big spike. Tree. Well,
You'll have a 4.
I'll have a 4.
Trick about knee throws is throw them well.
You don't want to like cut the grass for us.
Yeah, that's upsetting when you cut roll it. Oh, no!
So he'll be getting a 4.
All I had to do is just, didn't even...
That one hurt a little, but you should save par, no problem. Or birdie.
Nah.
Like, sawed it off and was terrible. So.
Yeah, you gotta just trust it. That's a par.
So this hole is basically just a straight tunnel. You can also go with the backhand spike. I believe you're going the unorthodox spike forehand.
The fairway in the sky is that part.
He's the only one who tries this. He's the only one who's ever tried it and made it work.
It's too flat.
It's coming down.
20 feet.
20 feet away.
I'm drum man, going with the
the mirrored shot of yours.
mirrored shot.
Tugged it a little tight.
Bonk. Ah, got through 20 feet as well.
20 feet. I think we're about the same on that. I'm on that side.
Identical.
Same putt.
I needed to throw it on just a bit of a hyzer. I ended up throwing it flat, so it kind of elevated back, but ideally it comes in right about there. Oh, air ball. And he gets a stroke back. What is that, back to 1 or even?
I have no idea. Absolute must make birdie, if not better. If you're getting away with a 4 on this hole, you feel real bad.
Yeah.
So
Alex has eagled it before, which is insane.
he can definitely get the eagle opportunity. We're just waiting for it to happen.
Yeah. You have to throw to the right side with something stable, let it go out and then come back, just way downhill. You can also go left and have it turn, or left with a forehand and have it turn, but probably won't be in a good position.
That flexes should be all right.
He's right side, but he is down there.
Probably about 10 high. Did kind of flex over the bush.
Yeah.
It's fading now.
Just too stable. Oh, great tree.
Find the difference in elevation or air density, whatever out here.
Well, it's definitely more overstable. Up in, there's 2 holes from now, there's a 1,000-foot hole. And every time I kept throwing my destroyer, waiting for it to ride on Anheuser, just came out of it. So if you're playing in South Africa, it's going to be more overstable. When you guys come to America,
everything will flip.
180 feet.
180 feet out.
There's a pretty good, guess, just straight tailwind for me. Gonna make it more stable. Does not help my
Luna?
Going Luna, this guy's real stable. He's got a,
It's just a zone in disguise.
it's silly.
Maybe a touch deep, but well in the circle.
Pretty annoying.
There's Alex. There's his.
I'm gonna hit the bush for you, man. Don't worry.
I appreciate that. So smooth.
These baskets don't catch. I don't have to tell you.
They've been treating me quite nicely. I believe Alex is now one up.
Yeah, throwing an instinct. The only real mistake on this hole is overturning it and going out into the field, because then you kind of have a blind approach shot over that hill.
Most discs just gets kind of sucked into the bottom of the hill, right in line with the
There
pin.
always seems to be a slight headwind on this hole.
But now today's there's a tailwind.
Doesn't matter. It's the same thing.
Looks smooth, maybe a little short. Oh, and he hit the basket. What more do you want?
I mean, two pretty good ace runs.
Here we go.
I'm still
Yeah,
terrible kick onto the hill. You're like parked.
I'm parked.
Feet there. He's
He's got just a weird footing, a little bit of distance left. No problem.
hole.
Yeah, you can see the basket right there. No, you
On the
can't.
horizon.
But where those trees are way down there, it's cool because it sets up for like a pretty technical hyzer approach. So first one, get as much distance as possible.
Placement is still a little key.
Yeah.
You don't want to be too far left.
Too far left, really too far right, but right would be the miss. And then second shot, you want to be on the right so that you can have an easy approach into the green. If you're left, it's very tricky.
83.
He cooks discs.
That's pretty much the picture perfect drive.
So I don't know, you can't see it on camera, but there's this
Two hay bales.
round hay bale things here that he landed right in front of.
Get out of it. Yep.
Kind of turned and burned a little, but
Yeah.
you're fine. The one place that you could end up is on this kind of hillside. Makes a run up a little awkward.
To do standstill.
I have no idea how far we have left to the basket, but
Yeah, that could
it's more than a full drive.
It's 500 feet.
500 left to the pin.
I've done it before, but it's not
It's
easy.
hard,
It's inclined,
yeah.
so.
That is turning.
Get out of it. And then come back. It's a little
He's
overturned,
cooked.
but it's still a DD3, so it'll fight out.
All right, so it's pretty right.
Probably pin high.
If you see not this row of the things, but the next row. So it's just short of pin high, so it'll just have a nice, easy backhand approach.
Right.
That'll be a birdie. So I'll be getting a probably a stroke on me. You didn't.
Birdie.
Really?
That's right.
gonna-
I don't know how to describe this hole.
He likes to throw it here on Annie, and you want to get as far down there before you start fading. If you can see those concrete pipes,
It's just like 20 feet past that and like 50 feet to the right across the road.
And those trees at the bottom there. That is terrible.
Where'd it go? Oh no. Ended up in this stuff. I'll have a fun out.
Not the line I wanted.
Sawed it off a little bit.
I'm down there enough. I should have a pretty easy approach.
Alex's log, he's well under the log. I say you gotta get up on the log. He says he's gonna straddle out. Anyways, the basket's over there. So he's got a lane to go and then, so he's gotta do something stable and have it fade back. But he's got this one tree in the way. And if he doesn't have that, he's got the other trees. And it's pretty easy to go long on this one. So he's trying some things.
Good.
Yeah, that's great. I love it.
I'm glad you like it.
Throw in that Firebird. Oh, going the wide route. He is in the ditch with a tester 25 foot for par, or for birdie rather. You can still do it.
I'll throw blue on this particular hole.
Blue, both bad.
Both destroyers.
Both the same stability, and his is brand new.
Inanda, please tell me what this is. As you can see, there's no scoop.
Luna? Oh, okay, the stamp doesn't say Luna. It's a Luna. So we got to throw it there. It's pretty good left to right. And I'm parked.
Absolutely parked.
A drastic turn of events. Alex's lies, not bad.
I was expecting worse.
There's a basket. There's Alex. My guess is right there. Oh, no, in the basket. All right, good putt. Now, despite me dinking many putts, but this section here, starting with this hole, everything changes. It's just
The entire course goes up one notch in
you have
difficulty.
to be absolutely perfect to get your birdies, or else you're just scrambling too hard. See what Alex has got.
I don't know how far it is.
It'll be up on the screen.
Yeah.
You gotta go down that way, all the way there,
Really to the left.
and then to the left. And it's a par 4 that you're like, that's an easy par 4. Dude, 1 out of 4 people will make it down the gut. So he goes down the gut.
I'm not one of those.
I like to go in the fairway in the sky on a forehand flattened line. I eagled it last round,
You
but
did? That's not common.
it's not common. No, it was
Let's get
it
one
was
right
amazing. But
now. No, let's not.
see, it's
Oh
so
my
easy to
gosh.
overturn it. And then he rolls out there off of a bad root bounce. He will have a tough time to save birdie. All right, it's all the way down there, just a little right.
It's on the road.
Didn't put it on quite enough ante. I guess 80 degrees was too little. Yeah. Alex is here. The fairway is this strip. He's got to go all the way down there to the end of the white fence, and then there. I don't know if you can see the basket, but it's right there-ish. Yeah. See what you got. And he is maybe 15, 20. Great shot.
Good look at it. Unfortunately, like really good drive with a bad landing because
Yeah.
the ceiling's quite low.
And then there's the fence, so I couldn't even take a knee and spin it. So I'm gonna give it a very floaty bid. Little Anheuser knee thing.
Pretty good.
That's about the best I can do.
Good
Third hole. Got the trees, the basket's behind it, but it doesn't give up a lot of birdies, just pars.
Plays a lot farther than it says.
Alex throws that there flat, lets it stall back in. I used to go forehand, but it's just a little bit awkward and sawed off.
You gonna go backhand?
So I'll just keep with the backhand, yeah.
Yeah.
Just caught the final tree.
Yeah. So, I mean, he hit the final tree, which means that he was short, and then it rolled back away. So he's about 35, 40 feet.
Nope.
Threw it a little inside.
Ah, a lot of inside. Good three, dude. Here I am.
So, looks like we'll all be getting threes unless Alex gets very aggressive, which I hope he does. No, just a gentle layup.
Another par four.
Yep. Got to throw all the way down there, and then all the way over there. So it's unreachable in one, just because of like how, like I was saying, like the wind here's more, the air here is more stable. So I keep trying to like throw something flippy, have it glide, but then it always just flexes out. And if I try to throw, even if you try to throw like a destroyer or something on forehand, you just end up crashing into the trees. So your best bet is just to get all the way down there or on the other side of the trees, have an easy approach for three.
A little wide, but be all right.
A little overturned. Still good.
But it was a
Good
bit
placement.
short, so all right.
I think he actually made the corner.
I might be a bit long. Let's go straight at it. Aim for that tree and hope I don't aim well.
Yep.
A little low.
All right, turned and burned. It's an easy four. All right, so you are in the worst of the worst.
Show around, look.
You know, it's coming through here, and it was so close to perfect, and just nicked those trees, just pulled me into this. If I would have just given it a bit more height, would have stayed stable, and I would have had like a 45-foot look at it. But now I have just a roller out for four. Or, you know, just don't throw it so hard.
This is the only way that I can stand back here. This is silly.
Rolling kind of the wrong way, but still have a long look. Here's Alex.
Do it.
Easy four.
Hard.
To save birdie.
Stable. Same tee pad as hole 3. Flashback. But
I don't know if you can see it.
Basket now.
It's right there. It's longer than it looks. Just a
Two lines
spike hyzer.
Spike hyzer over this tree or sidearm.
The sidearm, I'm sidearm drumming it, and I don't think that's the best play. You just have to trust the distance.
Just trust the spike hyzer and make sure you throw high enough.
And parked.
At the pin.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Easy.
Yeah. Easy birdie. Here's our tee pad for 20.
Right here next to
You have to
the
throw
bag.
across the river that I've lost many disc in before on hole 2. And the basket is right in the window of that little building, but it's very far away, farther than it looks. So if you're throwing forehand, I like to throw it towards the house and trust it to fade. Alex has got this non-destroyer, and he just puts it on Annie and holds it, and he's run it many times, but he usually ends up just over the hill.
I think on stats.
It's fading out early.
Yeah. So at this point,
He's bottom of the hill. Birding's out of the question, but can he lay up for his par properly? Both through blue again.
Yep, 2 shot off. Birdie also out of the question.
It's all about who can lay up the best.
Yeah, I'm luckily in line with the hill, so my layup will be easier. But Alex has to throw towards the hill where it would fade just on the other side. So
I'm gonna mess it up. Tasmania tactic. Great bid. Oh, it knocks off the cage and rolls down the hill. You hate to see it happen.
Short. it would have to be a very bad shot to end up right up the hill. So I'm throwing my stable Luna, not the purple guy, just to make sure that give it a hack bid. And it was very bad.
And he
it went
threw
downhill.
it.
The one thing I couldn't.
In for par. And then if you don't see another recording, I'm in for par. In for par. Final hole, hole 21. I believe I'm one up.
You are. Not great.
Not the hardest hole in the world, kind of just straight out behind that tree. The only thing you don't want to do is go in the river.
The mistake usually, if you go backhand, is overturning it. For whatever reason, it's just weird. You think like you have to get like flex on it, so it'll overturn and end up right. Or if you go forehand, sawing it off and hitting the tree. So if you just trust it with a disc that doesn't go very far, you'll likely be set up for a birdie. See what Alex has got.
It's a good line.
Little below the tree.
And he's just on the other side of the tree, probably 25 foot, most likely obstructed. Been there many times. Almost perfect. Pretty good shot. Parks this. We're gonna tie the round.
Oh no, terrible release.
But he threw it nose up.
So nose up on hyzer, scrambling for par. Rough way to end the round.
And he smacks the putt. He'll end up with -10, -9. Congrats, Alex.